Hi, it's Tamika, a new me 1109, and I wanted to share some exciting news with you guys. I have decided to host a challenge, and the name of the challenge is 21 Days to Loving You Better. Research shows that it takes 21 days to firmly establish a habit. How about the idea of figuring out how to love ourselves better? How to take caring for ourselves and loving ourselves to the next level. One of the things that I realized is that since I've been on this weight loss journey, since having weight loss surgery November 9th, 2009, I've had to definitely do some soul searching. I've had to forgive myself for even being in a position of being 288 pounds in the first place. I've also had to learn to love myself better by knowing that it's important for me to take the time out to do all the things that I need to do in order to be successful on this journey, like meal planning, like measuring my food, like keeping a food journal, counting calories and protein, and making sure that I'm counting and keeping up with all things that I need to do on a daily basis to be successful. That all takes really understanding that you're doing this for a reason. In order to be successful, you need to work with yourself and you need to really love yourself throughout the process. I decided to create a challenge. And the idea actually first came to me from last week. I was talking to one of my lap band success coaching clients, and she talked about the fact that she was reviewing my videos from last year around this time when I was in a Valentine's Day challenge. It was a challenge that somebody posted in YouTube. I jumped on board. I did quite a few challenges in the beginning of my weight loss process. And those challenges helped me be accountable to myself, be accountable to a small group of people. I love challenges. But here lately, I was struggling about how can I really create a challenge that makes sense for me and for people who are in maintenance. Because a lot of times the challenges are very weight loss goal oriented. So you sort of start off the challenge saying, hey, I'm 200 pounds. And by the end of 5 weeks, I want to be 180 pounds or 190 pounds. You sort of put a goal weight attached to the challenge. So I was trying to figure out how can it be focused on weight loss surgery, but not so weight driven. If you want to go ahead and assign a weight when you do your entry video or do your entry notes in Facebook, and I'm going to tell you about all that in just one second, you can. But I'm really looking for a different focus for this challenge. It's all about you, all about loving yourself better, because I know, again, you already love yourself. So anyway, let me go ahead and share some of the details of the challenge. Now, the reason why I picked 21 days, and I picked 21 days right before the biggest love day, our commercial love day that most of us celebrate here in the States, is Valentine's Day. It's so very commercial, and it's just like love, love, love. Mates show how much they love each other that on that day. It's really weird, but I'm into, love me all year long. But anyway, Valentine's Day is cute. So, I was trying to come up with something that could happen right before Valentine's Day. So, the dates of the challenge are, let me turn my cell phone off. The dates of the challenge are January 24th, 2011 through February 13th, 2011. So, that's 21 days. And on those 21 days, each day I will create a very short 3 minutes or less video. Sometimes they might be audio, sometimes they might be actual videos like this. I will post them on YouTube, and then I'll also link them onto Facebook. And I've also created a page on my website at lapbandsuccesscoaching.com. And the page is 21 Days to Loving You Better Challenge. And I have all of the event details there. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add all of the videos there too. So it'll act as sort of a repository. So if you miss a day, you don't have to dig through YouTube or try to figure out where it's at on Facebook. You'll be able to go right to that website, and the archive of everything that I've been sharing over the 21 days will be right there on the site. So I'm trying to make this very easy, not complicated, and fun. So, again, I know some of you guys are on Facebook. I have a doggy right here. He's bumping up against the computer. And he's grunting too. So if you hear some grunting, it's my doggy. Anyway, some of you guys are on YouTube and some of you are on Facebook. So for those of you who are on YouTube and you actually submit videos there, I'd like for you to participate on in the challenge that way. If you are on Facebook, you can participate in the challenge via notes. So you'll be creating notes. And don't get overwhelmed, because if you, there will be an entry video that will need to be submitted by January 23rd, which is the day before the challenge actually starts. And, you know, if you don't know how to submit a video in YouTube, and if you don't know how to create a note in Facebook, don't worry, because this week what I'll do is I'll create some tutorials for both of those things and I'll upload them in YouTube. And I'll also add them to the events page, which brings me to another topic. I created an event for the challenge in Facebook. So I'll give you a link to that event page, and you can go ahead and sign up for the event there. And as I make the videos in YouTube, I'll link them. I'll put them on my personal channel. I'll put them on the fan page, Let Make Success Coaching fan page. I'll also put them on the event page, and then again I'll put them in a repository that I'm going to have on my website. So that way there will be, you know, no guessing about where you can find the information. You'll be able to find it in various places. Okay, so the entry video will need to be submitted by January 23rd. And in this video, I just want you to introduce yourselves to everybody that is going to be in the challenge. And I want you to answer this one question. And the question is, in what one area would you like to grow in loving yourself better? Now, I'll give you some examples. Some people might say, you know, I want to learn how to really take the time out to meal plan, or I want to make sure that I'm setting aside some personal time for myself at the end of each day, or I want to start journaling and, you know, talking about my feelings while I'm going through this weight loss journey, or I want to start tracking my meals and how much calories I'm consuming, how many grams of protein I'm consuming. It might be anything, and you know, you just come up with what's important for you. No right or wrong answer, but just let me know that you're participating. And then from there, I will track all of the people that are participating. And then, of course, I mean, a challenge wouldn't be a challenge without something else to do, right? So each week, in addition to the daily 21, you know, short tips that I'll be providing, every Wednesday, I will actually ask a question. So I will create a video where I'm going to ask all of the people in the challenge a question. And then you will need to respond to that video by the Sunday of that week. And so here's an example. The first question is coming out on January 23rd. And by January 30th, you will need to submit a response to whatever that question is going to be. And the questions are all secret. I'm not going to give you an example just yet. And then I'm going to do a challenge wrap up. So remember, we're going through February 13th, the day right before Valentine's Day. And then you go off Valentine's Day, you have a break, and you know, the 21 days are over. And then on that Wednesday, so February 16th, I'm going to create a wrap up video. And then you will need to respond, wrapping up your journey with this challenge by February 20th. Now, if you participate and you respond to all of the questions by the deadlines, all 4 deadlines, which are going to be January 30th, February 6th, February 13th, and February 20th, everybody who successfully meets those deadlines, all of their names will be placed in a drawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use random.org. And so say, for example, if there are 15 people who meet all the deadlines. I'll put in the range of 1 through 15, and then random.org will give me a random number, and then that will be the winner. And the more that I think about it, I think I want to have 3 winners for this challenge. So I have a first place, a second place, and a third place. And as soon as I have all of the prizes down pat, I will make a video and show you guys what they will be. But for now, I just want to know who is interested in participating in the challenge, and we'll get the challenge started next week. I'm hoping that you guys want to participate. The more the better, of course. And, let's figure out how we can love ourselves better together. And let's hold each other accountable. Let's all be in this together. And let's just see how we can grow and learn from each other. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for viewing and sign up. Again, the sign up is an entry video or an entry note on Facebook. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.